topic is sustainability and economic impact today. So what is corporate social responsibility? So if you're gonna be asked what corporate social responsibility is, what is corporate social responsibility? So it is an ethical framework that suggests an entity has to focus on the benefits of society as a large at large and needs to have a balance between the economy and the ecosystems. The Bank of Canada says that corporate social responsibility is a company's commitment to manage the social, environmental, and economic impacts of its operations responsibly and in line with public expectations. So corporate social responsibility has been talked about since the 1950s, but it's been until much later that people started understanding its meaning, significance, and impact. So it became popular after it was defined by Archie Carroll's Pyramid of Corporate Social Responsibility in 1991. Its simplicity is very important to show why it's important. So there's a few stages. So one of them is philanthropic responsibility, be a good corporate citizen. Ethical responsibility, be ethical. Legal responsibility, obey the law. Economic responsibility, be profitable. So you want to have all four, but be profitable is number one. And make sure to obey the law. That's extremely important. Also, be ethical is also extremely important, and be a corporate citizen. So all four of these are key. You need to have all four to have your business to be very well run. And these are the types of things you should look for if you're looking for a potential investment. So if a company is following all these standards here, they are probably likely a good investment in terms of integrity. The good thing about corporate social responsibility is that it really focuses on integrity. If the company meets philanthropy, ethics, legal, and economic responsibility, they probably have high integrity, and you can trust them, and yeah, it'll probably be a good investment for you. So why is CSR important? I'll ask the class.
It ensures balance in the
Okay, say that
society.
again. Okay, say that again, Rahu.
It ensures balance in the society.
Yes, good point. Good point. So yeah, what Rahul said, and also with use of social media and instant news, reputations can be irreparably damaged in seconds. Also, it's important to do corporate social responsibility just for integrity. So it doesn't matter. So don't worry about scrutiny. Don't worry about criticism. Just do it just to be of high integrity. And also, firms of all sizes can cause problems to humans in ecology, and activities of the private sector have a significant impact on the environment, on communities, and the economy. So we have to make sure that the impact we have to make sure that there's no negative impact, and then we have to make sure that we manage these costs, environmental, social, and economic, and also the impacts, opportunities, and risks they present to be a well-managed company. So CSR is part of ethical leadership. Success is ultimately in the hands of consumers. Do they buy from us or not? Consumers are demanding more social responsibility from businesses they buy it from. The world has changed, so make sure that you buy from socially responsible businesses because they're of high integrity, and also invest in socially responsible businesses because if they're socially responsible, like I said, they have a high integrity, and they're going to likely be more trustworthy. So make sure, but always question it. So they may have a lot of socially responsible ideas, but they may still be untrustworthy. So always question that. But yeah, it's a good measure of trust for being corporate social responsible. So benefits of corporate social responsibility are increase in customer retention, winning new businesses, enhance relationship with stakeholders, attracting, retaining, and maintaining a happy workforce, media interest and good reputation, access to funding opportunities, enhancing your influence in the industry, differentiating yourself with a competitor, saving money on energy and operating costs. So look at all of these things for your company that you have to analyze for your group projects and see if they meet a lot of these criteria. because that could, if they're meeting a lot of these criteria, that could mean that they're a good investment also. So make sure that their corporates, they're following socially responsible ideas. So make sure that they're following a lot of these ideas here. So check if the company is, and do an analysis for your group project presentation or report to see if they meet these criteria. So operating responsibly wins points, gains recognition, and solidifies your reputation. So focusing on the right CSR issues contribute up to 30% of your company's brand value. Increase customer loyalty and sales. Today's conscientious customers have more personal relationships with the products and services they buy, looking for companies that are responsible and support worthwhile causes. A study by the Reputation Institute revealed that 42% of how a person feels about a company is based on the CSR approach. Operational cost savings. So having a less of an environmental impact can lead to innovative ways to reduce your operating costs, which improves your bottom line. Employees become more committed and have longer tenures with companies that maintain good CSR practices. A recent Deloitte study found that millennials were asked about the primary purpose of business. 63% chose improving society over generating profit. So having a better reputation, more integrity, more honesty, more trustworthiness through corporate social responsibility, you can find more venture capital, more insurance, more loans and financing, more investment. And then also most businesses are regulated in some way. So having a good name can help erase and reduce your company's administrative burden. So activities to do this, you could do reducing carbon footprints, corporate governance, improving labor policies, participating in fair trade, charitable giving, volunteering in the community, corporate policies to benefit the environment, and socially and environmentally conscious investments. So one, understand, determine what CSR means to your company and how it relates to your overall mission and purpose. Two, evaluate, look at what your corporation is already doing in terms of CSR activities. For example, you may already comply with environmental regulations, engage in philanthropic causes, or deploy green initiatives that reduce waste. Three, research, find out what CSR issues are most significant to your business. Start by referencing online lists for relevant issues in your sector. Look at the CSR sustainability reports of larger companies in your industry to see what issues they're tackling. Prioritize, identify which CSR issues are most important to your customers and stakeholders and deal with those first. Engaging in your employees and customers is a great way to get going and gain financial support. 5, participate. Your CSR strategy has to become part of your overall business strategy. Don't think of it as part of your business, but rather the way you do business. 6, identify opportunities. Having strong CSR credentials can pave the way for new opportunities, such as entering new markets, developing niche products, and forging strategic partnerships. And connect. So effectively communicate your CSR activities to your various target audience through as many channels as possible. So what happens if your company trades or ships products that could be environmentally harmful? Does Abisha want to try this one? Yeah, possible damage to ecosystem. That's a good point. Yeah, that could be a big issue. That's great. Thanks, Janine. So then, yeah, environmental damage, pollution, etc. There's issues with diseases, like, illnesses that occur based on the poisons that are put out by companies. And ways to stop these are multilateral environmental agreements or national agreements that for various environmental issues, trade ban on specific products, allow restriction of trade for environmental reasons, can impose taxes, restrict imports. Health issue will occur. That's great for him. And then, so yeah, a lot of environmental and health issues can occur with environmentally harmful products. Damage to company reputation as sustainability is important for consumers nowadays. It's great, Abisha. Excellent. Yeah, so those types of things would happen. Also, yeah, so like, so so products that are environmentally harmful are will reduce the integrity, honesty, trust, and brand of the company. So that's not good. So investors will leave the company. Yeah, so the future of CSR, social purpose, is a mindset that moves beyond just practicing CSR. Businesses building the strategy around having a social purpose.